belt as well.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Down to 122, we have somebody, Everest Leydecker, who was not ranked going into Fargo. She wins Fargo. That's how you get your spot at who's number one. You win stuff like Fargo and Super 32 and the World Team Trials. Those are the big tournaments. Taking on Cadence Diduch, who is also a Fargo champ. Now we got a battle of Fargo champs, which is what I love about who's number one. On women, there's 16U and it's all freestyle, but between 16U and junior level, sometimes you don't see them. So this one was another back and forth one. We went back to back, thrilling finishes. This one was a little more anticlimactic because the comeback attempt did not work. But you see, another very cautious start. But Leydecker is they're both kind of similar builds, but Leydecker just does a little bit better job using her length on these go-behinds.
Yeah, Everest Leydecker, she really, she's somebody who, I don't remember how much we saw it in this match, but in Fargo especially, saw that she's developed a fairly unique and nuanced style. She's really good at wrist control. She's a sticky wrestler. Kind of reminds me a little bit of somebody like Seth Gross, who you may think that you're close to scoring, or you may think that you have the advantage, but she just is never out of a position, and she continues to wrestle through those positions. She's not typically going to blow through you on a takedown, but she's never going to give up on a position, and gets a lot of points because of it.
Yeah, and both of these guys fought really hard towards the end. Leydecker ended up here with a 4-1 lead, and she's going to score again. Unless I got this wrong, is this where Diduch holds on to that tricep there? Yep, and then repositions. My bad.
First, and that was like, okay, well, Diduch is right back in. This is 4-3 at the break.
Right off the whistle. You love to see the attacking and staying up on their feet. Too often you see wrestlers, and so this is towards the end here. They don't finish their takedowns, what I say. This is a little weird that they called fleeing on that, because you get taken down out of bounds. It's not fleeing. You gave up the takedown. So they put her back down in parterre, and Leydecker kind of relaxes, gets that quick little tip, on that gut wrench, and now it's criteria. But she had it was more 1 points for Diduch. So Leydecker had it, and you see she's elated. Tough match for Diduch, but conditioning not a factor in that. Both wrestlers showed up very well prepared. They were training for this, and quite a summer for Leydecker.
Yeah, it's really interesting talking with her, because she trains at Thoroughbred, which is, that's where the Valiant Prep wrestlers train as well. But she doesn't go to Valiant Prep. She said she wanted a more typical high school experience, but still wants to train with those athletes. So her decisions seem to be paying off, and she's somebody who has done most of her wrestling against boys until recently, and so she really didn't know exactly where she would stack up against the best in the country, but her coaches, her support system let her know, like, you can do this, you can win these things, and here she is finishing the summer and early fall, Fargo champ, a winner at who's number one.
Yeah, and taking on Diduch is a former who's number one winner. She's now 1-1,
two-time Fargo champ. I mean, yeah,
she's got a bright future wherever she ends up in college, and Leydecker, a little bit younger, she's got sky's the limit for her. So we move up to 144, and this one had a little bit of interesting